Hello, y'all. It's Friday. That means it's viewer level. It's time for viewer levels. Now, you know, I'll say, go ahead and submit them as you normally do. Adrian, how's it going? Thank you for the level. Oh, you know what? I forgot to adjust the volume. I usually have it a bit higher for game audio for Mario Maker than for Persona. Let me adjust that real quick. Hard to make the... There, that's where it normally is. How's everyone doing? It's Friday. Hopefully y'all are doing well. It's been a long week. I'm sure for a lot of us, a lot of people. Some stuff has happened. And some streams were had. Now it is the weekend. And that means it's viewer level time. Seagull got a level 2, that's nice. Adrian. I want to thank everyone for getting in the levels. That's great. Before we start, well, first off, I just remembered I left the heat on, and it's gonna be a little hot if I leave it on, isn't it? Let me turn it to cold real fast. You took the digital bird to the digital vet. What does that mean? Twitter? Is Twitter the digital bird? I'm sure we'll talk about that that stuff as we get into it. I'm gonna go check on the AC. The digital bird is Squawks. Lead develop. Oh, in DK64 randomizer. I see. Seagull, what you mean? And as part of DK64 randomizer. I gotcha. Okay, I didn't know what to make of that. What exactly the digital vet meant, but I gotcha. Anyway, got some cards here up top. Some things I want to just quickly touch on before we get into the stuff. Let me do that first off. Did you hear about the giant bomb layoffs? I mentioned this yesterday, since it happened yesterday, but it's still really horrible. A couple of staffers from Giant Bomb were let go without notice yesterday. Specifically Voidburger, Jess O'Brien, and Jason A. Straker. Two of the three video editors the site had, so they're down to one video editor now. And, yeah, it's pretty fucked up. They were only bought by their current owners, like, 4 months ago, after a big, relaunch of the site less than a year ago, and already they're just being, cut down. I haven't watched much Giant Bomb in recent years, but what Giant Bomb I have been watching was Blight Club, and I really was having a great time watching that, and BB, Voidburger, Jess was a big part of that. She was one of the 3 people on that show, and, fuck, I don't know what it's gonna be like without her. I guess we'll all see, thoughts with, the Giant Bomb staff. There were also, a bunch of other layoffs today. My thoughts go out to everyone laid off by, Google or Amazon or whoever the fuck is laying off got people right now. It's real rough. And it sucks that it's all, you know, oh, they're doing layoffs? Okay, here's our layoff. Maybe it'll all get buried with all the other layoffs. We're doing layoffs too. Because they're doing layoffs, it's now okay for us to do layoffs, right? And it's like, fuck you, that sucks. Especially when you hear stories about like, oh yeah, you know, just people lining up to go into the office, scanning their badge. If the door turns green, you're in, and you can go in. At least this is how it was apparently at Google. And people like scanning their badge and it turning red, saying like, no, you're not allowed in here. And they just have to go home. You're laid off. That sucks. Everyone knows that it sucks. And, you know, indiscriminate. Fuck layoffs. Next bit. Y'all hear of Instalink 360 camera? Apparently this is a, like, stationary camera that can, like, swivel around, so it can sort of, like, track you and shit, and, like, change the different, perspectives and different, like, shots, and zoom in and shit, all, like, either by pre-programming it, or, you know, using, like, gesture commands and shit. I saw a streamer that I like, Dan Reichert, of Giant Bomb, coincidentally, testing it out the other day, and I saw it and I went, oh shit, that's really rad. And it kind of makes me want to get one, even though it's like $300 bucks. I feel like I could put it right on my preview monitor, and that would be good as a stationary camera that I wouldn't have to like drag into the place that it like resides before every stream. This camera here is on a tripod that I put away. Not even 360 bucks? Yeah, it's like a $300 webcam. It'd be puny if it was. It's a webcam, it's not like a, full-on fucking... It is 4K, for what it's worth, but it's not like a movie camera, it's more like a web camera. But it seems pretty sick. I kinda wanna get one. I kinda want that to be the replacement for this camera. I have been having some troubles with this camera, like breaking in the middle of streams, breaking before streams. It hasn't given me any problems since I upgraded OBS, but, you know, I'm very much on the place where I would like to replace it, and this new one sounds really good, and it doesn't seem like it has any fucking caveats, so, you know, when I see a good product, I'm like, oh shit, I want that. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes I just go like, yeah, whatever, give me what's cheap and what works and what is fine. Other times I see something really good and it's like, oh, that looks like it solves like a couple of my issues and also has really good design, and yeah, I want it. And I feel like this is the case with Instalink. Before seeing that product, I feel like I would be like, yeah, just give me what's like $70, something like that. And, yeah, reasonably good Amazon review, that's fine. But, this like, fancy camera has got me interested. Again, like, the thing I think that most interests me is just, like, the idea of just having it be setting it and forgetting it, rather than, you know, having to set things up. Like, there was a time where I had to plug this mic in before every stream because you know, it had a wire that went across, like, my walkway, until I wired it around the whole fucking apartment so that it could just be plugged in forever, and Instalink would be a bit like that. It'd be, like, very convenient and very consistent, and, on my radar. I don't know when I would get it, I don't know. We'll see. And finally, did a bunch of clips. Clipped a bunch of clips of my stream yesterday. They're all on, you know, Twitch and shit. Specifically covering the randomizer roulette, which, you know, happened like 2 months ago, so it was good to get those clips done before it became, you know, unarchived, which it now is. Well, it's on YouTube, but, you know what I mean. Like, I couldn't do Twitch clips, once it was unarchived. Gotta get on that. Probably, like, tomorrow I'll sit down and do a bunch more streams, try to get, like, up to present. I know every stream I do probably has a couple of good moments in it that could be clipped, and, you know, that's what I aim to do. Anyway, that's, all I have to say as far as that goes. As far as, like, you know, stuff before the stream goes. Other than, you know what, actually, I should probably do a quick thing here. I've said before that one more thing. The sticker special is planned for the end of January. It'll be like a sub thing, you know, like a subathon type situation. I will have one level of the game for every sub that I have at the end of the month. That would be a great time to start getting those in there. I'm also gonna add on the subs from December because I initially wanted to do it for December. That's not that many subs it's adding on because that month turned out to be pretty slow. Maybe a lot of people were traveling and shit, didn't have, you know, whatever. But we'll see how many that's are and when that will be. I'm thinking right now maybe we do that on a Sunday or something. We'll see. Like a Sunday or something makes sense outside of the normal schedule. And also if it goes long, you know, on a Sunday, that's not a problem though. I'm not sure like how long it's gonna go. Um, it's not like someone will make us do the whole game, will they? Just want to say that. Just want to say that and let y'all know that's coming. That's still on the books. That's still on the agenda. I haven't mentioned it in a bit. And also, if we hit that sub goal at any point, which, you know, if we were to get a bunch of levels for that thing, that sub goal will probably be hit along the way. That will still be scheduled, and that would consist of, you know, finishing Sonic Adventure 2, like the last story, and also a watch party of Sonic 2, and probably playing Mario Party for the first time on N64 Online, which I still haven't done, despite it being out for like nearly 2 or 3 months. Anyway, that is the up top stuff. Let's go into the viewer levels. Thank y'all for getting them in. Let me make the UI all big and nice and big and good. What do you mean earlier by 2 N's? Oh, you meant puny maybe, not you meant punny specifically. Okay, I did read that as punny, not puny. So you're good on that front. First level of the night, Adrian. Let me tell y'all how this works while I'm punching in this code. If you're here when your level comes up, I give it the full time of day, which is to say, outside the lightning round, 15 minutes plus 5 last tries if that's not enough. If you are not here, I still play the level, but I do so in very nearly but not quite sudden death, where I only have 2 tries to beat the level, refreshing at checkpoints. So, that's how we do things. Hopefully y'all will enjoy that. Oh, shit. Airplane mode is on. 1 second, I'm going to, like, turn off the camera while I turn on airplane mode. Turn off airplane mode. I forgot that was on. Okay, should be good now. Let me see. Yep, there we go. We're connected to the internet. Now I have 15,042 levels, so, or stars. That means since last week there's been, how many? There's been a bunch. Let's see. A lot of people played various stages, liked various stages. That's nice. Like I've said recently, I haven't been actually playing the game all that often outside of these streams. Haven't been working on my level, or taking a break from making at the current moment. You know, at the time. I should probably have looked through and see. You know, I gotta make sure there's no comments or anything, right? 1 second, see if there's a comment. What day is it? It's the 20th. Yeah, no comments. Very good. All right, let's do the thing. Haven't been playing the game all that often. Sort of in a break, and I figure like whenever I get back to it, I'll be coming back with a lot of fresh ideas and you know, renewed vigor. You know what I mean? And that's typically how it is when you know, you're burnt out a little bit on making. It's helpful to step back and not make for a while. And then when you come back, the ideas will come blowing out your ass. You know how it is. Adrian's level. Yep, you gotta take a break sometime. That's true of basically any creative endeavor, I think. Creative endeavors in general, you know, you want to stay fresh, stay engaged. You gotta take some breaks. And you gotta, you know, pace yourself and shit. That's probably the thing I would bet that, like, people find hardest about making. You know, and the thing that's hardest to give as, like, a, you know, Mario Maker tip, right? Like, there's plenty of Mario Maker tips like, oh yeah, you can make like a weird trick by, you know, putting this there, and then, oh, you can clear out these guys by throwing a thing. You know, that much is pretty obvious and pretty simple, but a much more not obvious trick is to say, like, oh yeah, when you're burnt out, stop. And then come back later, and you'll be good. You know, sometimes, when you don't have any ideas, just, you know, do something else. You'll probably have more ideas the next time you come back. Well, that worked out. Oh, I forgot to set a 15-minute timer. Monster Hunter does give that chip. Wow, that's good on that. I suppose, you know, hey, Robbie Angel. I've been playing through Persona 5 Royale, which is, you know, really, really good. You know, you can watch my streams of that Mondays and Thursdays, by the way. Mondays and Thursdays, Persona 5 Royale. Been playing through that, and that game famously, I say famously, has a loading screen tip that says, take your time, as like a nice animation is going. And, that's kind of iconic, isn't it? You know, it's a 100-hour game, and it's telling you, you know, like, hey, relax, have fun, enjoy the atmosphere. That's, the right attitude to have while playing Persona 5. Though, I'll say, in Royale, it's kind of funny, insofar as, you know, Royale is on the Series X, at least my copy of it, you know, I'm playing it off Game Pass for free, basically. And, because it's a next-generation console, you know, this generation, current generation, I suppose, because it's a new generation, it's new hardware, it loads way too fast for you to see the, you know, take your time message anymore, which is kind of funny, you know, but also kind of funny that like iconic, like, mood thing that really helps to set the tone in the original game just, you know, has no place in this gen. Oh, this is a funny trick. Dang, we're, like, managing this. Sick! Got it! That was fast. I feel like that could have been frustrating, but wasn't. Not at all. Thank you for the level, Adrian. Very nice work. The Funky Panda was the name of that level. The Funky Panda. GG. Hell yeah. I'm gonna hit complete as I do. Oh, hey, there's a little Link waving his hand. I couldn't quite make that out on the preview monitor. I sometimes feel like it would be helpful if I could, you know, like, zoom out or, like, zoom out. Have a slightly larger font on the preview monitor since it's, like, you know, 6 feet away from me. But, you know, and that's where I usually read chat, but, just nice. Thank you for the level, Casey, by the way. Complete. Next up is, I believe, it is Seagull's level, right? Yes, that's right. Seagull's level. Seagull, you want to go ahead and confirm, and I'll do your level. By the way, let me do a card while we're sort of in a holding pattern real fast. Again, I'll say, by the way, if you're here, 15 minutes. If you're not, plus 5 last tries, if that's not enough. Plus, if you're not here, 2 lives, sudden death. You know how it is. There's Seagull. Seagull is here. Let me pull up this card. Did you hear about how Twitter finally said tweetbots and others are donezo? It's now official. They said it like, oh, those guys broke the rules the other day. And since, actually during my last stream last night, I found out this after. They officially said like, oh yeah, here's the new rules that they broke. You're not allowed to make a Twitter app. Like, you're not allowed to make an application that is just Twitter. Like Tweetbot is. So that's done. That's gone. And, well, I'm done with Twitter. That's where I'm at. I played this level already, but I haven't beaten it yet. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Yeah, so kind of feels weird. I haven't read Twitter in over a week. Not really. I've maybe opened the Twitter page and just like instinctually, like as a habit. And I've tweeted like stream notifications and stuff. And I've seen some tweets in Discord and I've opened them and liked them and maybe even retweeted them in some cases. But I haven't actually read my whole fucking feed since that option is no longer there. I'd have to use the official Twitter app, and I'm not gonna do that because even if I did go to like following, right? It's no longer the type of Twitter feed that I read for like 10 years, where I start where I left off and I scroll up to the present. Now it's like, okay, you look at your linear timeline feed, but you start at the present and you scroll down. And it's like, well, how am I going to remember where I left off then? And I know the answer is, you're not supposed to do that. It's not supposed to matter. And I say, I like to read everything. I don't want to miss a tweet. What the fuck? But, yeah, every tweet in the last week has basically been missed, and it's weird having all this, like, not having that distraction to fall back on anymore. Let's go. Let's do it. 15 minutes. It's an end of an era, but also, I guess, like everyone else, I had been feeling like my time with Twitter was unsustainable. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, this one's hard, but not that hard. The previous times we played it was in, like, I think in some cases, was even sudden death. So, I bet you we can do it this time. Now we have a full 15 minutes, not lightning round, not sudden death. Oh yeah. It was in sudden death, I remember. Actually, you know what I'll say? I mentioned before I was doing clips. The stream where I played this game was one of the streams I did clips from. So, just picture me, like, hitting the plus button to go. I say the plus button, the right arrow button to like parse through a VOD of this and go like, let's see. Okay, here's me playing this level. Was there anything good in there? Well, the level itself is good. But I don't know if there were any moments, There's a lot of moments probably in a stream of Mario Maker. Just me going, ah, fuck! Imagine you can do a lot with that. And by the way, I say I've been making clips myself. If you all want to do clips as well, don't let me stop you. I'm just doing that because, otherwise a lot of stuff doesn't get clipped, And if you all want to save me some energy, some effort, and like clip a moment that you think is funny and put a good name on it, that would be great. I would like that a lot, actually. I think you could just jump this gap, maybe. I'm not sure if it's too long to actually go over. Ah! Jumped on that guy. Just normal style. Not right. With Twitter, you know, I'm not going to delete my profile. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm just not reading it anymore. And, you know, it feels weird after so long of doing the other thing, but hey, you know, maybe for people that, like, follow me or whatever, it might be an upgrade insofar as, like, oh yeah, there's not 100, you know, jokes retweeted all the time anymore. Maybe it'll just, maybe people actually want it to be, maybe viewers of this stream would want it to be more just like, yeah, here's a stream notification. Here's a level that was uploaded. And basically that's it. Other than that, other than maybe like the rare tweet that I see on Discord and I say, oh, I need to retweet this for some reason. Like, I mentioned earlier the layoffs, I did retweet a tweet about that. Because, you know, it was going around. Not that I saw it. Yeah, see, there you go, you can just jump over. I didn't see it on Twitter. I saw it on Discord. Slightly different. Oh, jeez. I thought that guy was gonna go right, like the one earlier. Part of this level where there's no music. I understand why it is, because you gotta, you know, hear what the guy is going, arf, 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 arf. You know, it's a sound cue. But it is, I think, a little unfortunate. I like in my levels to have a little bit of music, so, you know, just in general, I like to have some sort of soundtrack going, some sort of backing, you know, to, I say, to like streams, as well as my life in general, you know, when I'm like working something, I need a little noise, just so it's not like, I'm not just hearing, you know, people outside or whatever, you know, background noise. I like to have it be noise that I'm controlling. There's some good music in Mario Maker as well. That's true. That's kind of, you know, a popular game that is streamed all the time these days is Fortnite. Fuck. And I'll say I'm not really the biggest fan of, like, watching it because it tends to be, you know, unless someone's doing a funny emote, there's no music, and I just find that just, like, completely contrary to what I want out of the stream. You know, I want background noise. I want background noise while I'm watching a stream, in addition to, like, being able to look and watch and see, like, oh yeah, look at that, video game. And occasionally see some fun stuff and, you know, enjoy the conversation with the streamer. In some cases, and, you know, with, Fortnite, there is no background music. It's just, you know, serious, you know, gameplay noises, which I guess are important because you do have to hear, like, oh yeah, there's people coming. God damn it. There's people coming, and you gotta know, right? And if you don't know, you're gonna get got. But, I don't know. Not quite my jam, I guess. Eee! Whew. We've gotten farther, I think, than we... Well, I don't know if we got farther than we did before. It has been a while. We've gotten pretty far and gotten like a... Well, I hope we got farther than we did before, considering it was sudden death and all. And this time, we've had all the time in the world, conversely. God, that first one, I feel like sometimes it's starting in the, you know, jump on me position. Other times it's starting in the, oh, I'm going position. Not sure why that is, if it's like level timing. I feel like some of these guys are always like, you know, scroll, activated by the scrolling of the screen. So I would think not. Fucking cock. Speaking of good music, you know, Persona. I've been playing through Persona 5. Has some fucking good music. Just got to, I'll tell you, for those curious, just got to the 4th. Fuck me. I just got to the 4th palace in that game, and, well, that palace has some fucking good music. Some really good music in that game. You know, particularly that like desert, you know, pyramid level has some real banger ass, you know, tracks. Really enjoying getting into that. I've only just scratched the surface of that dungeon. Just poked the head in, you know, next time. Which, fuck it. Supposedly gonna be Monday. That's the plan anyway. We'll see. I could see doing another stream of that, maybe. I don't know. Plan is Monday for that next stream. And yeah, we'll be getting into that dungeon. And maybe even finishing it. I looked up after the last stream how long is the 4th dungeon. And I got some answers saying like, oh yeah, it's the shortest one. Damn it, the timing. It's hard. I got some answers saying like, oh yeah, it's the shortest one. You can maybe do it in like, oh, say 3 hours. And maybe that one will be one we do in one session then. And then probably not like get through the whole month that stream. No, because it is like a really long gameplay span where you have like 20 something days to spend before like you know, the plot moves forward again. But you know, I imagine we'd be moving on from that at some point around like you know, the next week or two. Been going through that game at a good pace so far. Anyway, the rate has been something like a dungeon or so a week. Maybe one every other, maybe like a week and a half, really. You know, with 2 streams a week. Maybe getting to a new one every week. But you know, I'm sort of satisfied by that. My intention has been for a while to try to make it so that every one of those streams has some amount of like daily life stuff, you know, hanging out outside the dungeon, as well as some you know, dungeon stuff. I always found there was a pretty popular Persona 4 playthrough, Let's Play, called the Endurance Run over on Giant Bomb, which I talked about earlier. Pretty popular thing, the Endurance Run. And you know, they only did like they did episodes back then in the day, like once a day, but only for like an hour each. And as a result, there were some episodes where it was just dungeon stuff. And I think that is, you know, you want a mix, I think. You want a mix of some dungeon, as well as some just, hey, we're hanging out, we're doing social links, you know, and, you know, doing the longer sessions has made it, which, you know, I tend to do anyway, has made it easy to fit in some of column A, some of column B. There we go. That's the timing. Had to just like just jam on it there. Hey, a second checkpoint. And a boss fight. Ah! Spin jump. Remember, spin jump. I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, that playthrough's going pretty good. Okay, this boss is a boss. That's right. That's true, says Seagull. That playthrough's going pretty well insofar as I've been making great progress, and it's been really fun to play. I hope, you know, as we go further into it, more people will come by and watch it because, you know, it is one of my favorite games of all time, and goddamn, you know, I just want to play through it and share it with y'all. I understand, like, just from an objective level, I suppose, that, like, oh, you know, it is a 100-hour game. Fuck. That is pretty plot-heavy, and, you know, to just jump in at a random point wherever I'm at maybe is a little weird to watch, but, you know, it is what, that's just what it is. Hey, hey, hey. Why don't we just do this? We should just cheese the boss. Well, that's why we don't just do that. Okay. We got a minute and a half on the timer. You know how it is. You know how we do. It'd be cool if when you spin and jump, he went down. Ah! Oh shit! I thought I wasn't in there. It turns out I was though. All right, we got through. That's very nice. Look at that, we cleared it. It is now cleared. Very nice. Thank you for putting that level in there, Seagull. Who originally, do you remember who originally submitted it? Was it you that submitted it originally, Seagull? Take down that that there timer. All right. You did? Right. I got you, Seagull. Probably in your DM. Oh yeah, was that one of the ones where I was doing the thing where I was posting on their thing and being like, oh yeah, this and that, and I thought this and that. I probably, you know what? I'll bet if that was the case, you know, I probably replied to that Redditor at the time, so I don't need to now go do that again. Also, you know, I'll be honest, it's easier to just relax. I'm not really like in the Mario Maker mood right now as far as like off stream goes. I guess I could drop a level if, you know, if there was such a, if you wanted to, you know, source levels that way, Seagull definitely could do that again. KCJ is up next. KCJ is here. All right. Hell yeah, KCJ. You go and punch in the code. TDP T2G. And we'll do another card after this one. Let's say 20% clear rate. Which looks pretty easy. Let's go ahead. Team trees. Planting trees is a good idea. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'll second that. Yeah. Planting trees, good idea. I don't have like a house or nothing, so I'm being obtuse. I know that the idea is to presumably plant trees in an area where you don't live. But yeah, seems good. Stoked to see it, says Almost Seagull, with the emphasis on oaked, like an oak tree. Yes, that's right. I understood the pun. Hey, look at that. A free guy. Free... What's a one-up? I heard... I'll say, in general... Oh, shit. Let me do the thing. I'll say in general, I remember when that movie came out, Free Guy, and I saw it, and people were saying like, oh yeah, people, that's what it is when you get a free life, you call it a free guy. And I saw that, and it's like, I have never ever heard it called a free guy. I guess I did just call it a free guy, but ignore that. That is, I've heard extra life, I've heard one up. You know, if you're talking like in DKC, I would say extra life would be the vernacular. Get fucked. Never really talk about that much in terms of guys. One up is the most like you know, I would say agreed upon term for an extra life. Even, you know, in games that aren't Mario. Maybe it was like console related, right? Like maybe back in the day, people who didn't have like Nintendo systems were more loath to say the term. That's right, these are piranha plants, and they're interesting. We're more loath to say the thing of one up because it's like, oh shit, that's Nintendo, and you know, console wars. A lot of people didn't like him. Yeah, the background here is very nice. I know that's not really within your control, your purview, Casey, but yeah. That's something the Seagull said in chat. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm suddenly talking about. What's this? Is there like some on-off you could turn off somewhere else in the level? Because this turning on... Wait a minute. I got an idea. It almost looks like there was a hard mode somewhere, a hard mode, or like an easy mode switch somewhere that turns on, that if you turn that on, you can't take a checkpoint anymore. I have a boomerang, that's right, yes. That is correct, I have a boomerang. And I can turn off these things behind me, which is lucky because, oh shit, if I went in here and the thing was off, oh my god, you'd be fucked. How would you even get through? Thank you for your level, Casey. Go ahead and hit complete, and I'll remind y'all that, you know, feel free to continue getting levels in, so long as the stream is going. Currently, there's none in the queue, so I'll do something I haven't done in a while. Show off some of my own stages. Let me just do the minimal queue. Again, queue is open. W in chat, good job. Yep. Feel free to get in another one. And I'm gonna play one of my own. Which one should I play? You know what? We just looked at the notifications. Let me play the one that has the most notifications. The most plays since the last stream. 7, 7, 7, 6, 8, 12, 22. 17 on the latest one. Well, I guess it makes sense it'd be the first level of the Super World that's had the most activity since the last stream. I'll pull that one up. With the second most being the second level. There's Seagull with one. Casey, if you want to get in another one as well, that'd be fine. Anyone else wants to get one in, that'd be fine as well. Let me do another card and talk about what's on it while y'all get some levels in and fill out the queue for me. Marvel Snap update, just got Mystique. I talked about the other day, you know, I've been playing Marvel Snap regularly, day by day, and I mentioned the other day that I got Absorbing Man randomly in a box, while it was rare even. Hey Starlight, what's up? Well, today, before the stream, I did a little bit of playing, and what do you know? I got Mystique. That's a huge card. Absorbing Man is a card that basically repeats the on-reveal effect of the previous card. Mystique is like that, only she repeats the ongoing effect of the previous card. So, you know, Mystique and Absorbing Man, they're kind of like the same card, but one's for on-reveal and one's for ongoing. And now I have both all of a sudden, and you know, that's gonna make it so a lot of my decks are gonna be really strong. I can do like 2 annoying death rattles on-reveal effects. Marvel Snap doesn't have death rattles. I can do 2 annoying on-reveal effects in a row. I can do like double Patriot. My Patriot decks just got a lot stronger. That moment I still stand behind, by the way. I think it's really fun to just see those 2 bullet bills, and, you know, if you have the can hat, you can deal with them that way. You can duck under this. You can just take the hits, or, you know, retreat all the way and jump on top of them. I think it's a lot of fun in that particular design. Anyway, a lot of new opportunities opened up for me now that I got that. And I'll tell you what, I got Mystique randomly. I've had Mystique pinned in the token shop for like the last month, the last few weeks maybe, while I was gaining up tokens, and I just got enough tokens right after randomly unpacking Mystique. So literally the next box that I got had the tokens I needed to buy Mystique right after I got it for free. So I feel really good about that, insofar as, like, yeah, you know, well, fuck. The RNG really wanted me to have a freebie. And, well, next time I see something good in the token shop, I'm gonna get it. You know? I don't know what that's gonna be, but I do have. There's still a lot of cards I don't have that are, like, staples. I think, like, the biggest one off the top of my head would be Cerebro. But then again, I think I did pass on Cerebro at some point when it was in my token shop, because at the time I was like, Cerebro? I don't have Mystique. I can't do a Cerebro deck. But now I have Mystique, so I can totally do a Cerebro deck. Oops. Let's go ahead and get the next level up. Alright, Seagull, you are up. Wait, Seagull's up? I thought... Oh, that Seagull was the one who submitted last, not Casey. Gotcha. And Real Starlight got in one as well. Perfect, okay. Anyway, that's the Marvel Snap update. A goddamn good game that really keeps you hooked. I will say, like, the thing that's weird about it is that since the new cards are so damn rare, odds are people aren't going to have them. So you don't really have to you know, anticipate them or be afraid of them, because they're so goddamn rare, they're not going to show up. And also, they're so goddamn rare, you don't really have to think about them so much as the ones that you've yet to get in, like, the main stuff that's been in there since launch. We just want to do the Super World in here, Seagull? Just the Super World, right? Let's do that, yeah. Excellent, excellent. Seagull says yes. Progress on that. You know, I think I signed up for because it has gotten to the I had I had a spreadsheet or something or a Google Doc thing that had like a list of every tier 3 card that I didn't have. And because now tier 4 and 5 you know, are now things and being expanded and cards are moving around from tier to tier, I figured it'd be best to just like use a website to track it. So I signed up for like the Marvel Snap site that tracks your collection. Probably keep things updated there. I should probably put in my decks as well. I mentioned it yesterday, but there was a Rickety Bridge location the last few days, which basically has the effect of like, oh, if there are 2 cards on the Rickety Bridge, 2 different cards, both of them get destroyed. All of them get destroyed. More than one, basically. They all get destroyed. And that was the hot location since it was brand new on like Wednesday and Thursday. So I put together a deck during that span that was based around Arrow and also had Absorbing Man. So on turn 5, I would play Arrow on the rope bridge, and that would pull all the cards that they played over to the rope bridge, and they would all get killed. And then on turn 6, usually I would have Zabu on the board, hopefully. But even if I didn't, sometimes just playing Absorbing Man for 4 cost would, you know, at least pull all their cards over to the bridge, and they would die, and if I was in the lead, I would stay in the lead, and then I would win. And that was a really fun strategy to employ. Also, if I had Zabu, then it only cost 2 to do that with Absorbing Man, and then I could do some other bullshit with the other cards. You know, particularly with Zabu. Zabu is, by the way, a 3-cost card that makes it so that 4-cost cards cost 2 instead of 4. And it costs 2 less, minimum 1, basically. And turns out, playing 2 4-cost cards, and playing 1 4-cost card that kills all your opponent's cards that they played that turn, plus 2 other 4-drops, is a really powerful strategy and makes it is really hard to beat. It's fun though, you know. I'll say, like, when that location first came out, I was like, God damn, this doesn't work with any of my decks that I have. And I was a little frustrated because I just wanted to keep playing the decks that I was playing, right? And then I actually, you know, sat down and I put together a new deck based on the constraints of the location, and, well, what do you know? It did fucking gangbusters, and it was really fun. You know, just goes to show you should probably be a little bit open to experimenting. Wait, what am I doing? This is... not thinking, am I? That's the 2nd level. We just did the 1st level, right? Thank you for the levels, Seagull. I should gotta pay attention here. Next up is Starlight's level. That's right. Next up, and, you know, feel free to put that in again, Seagull. In fact, I would love it if you did so. So, you know, Super World is just a nice, reliable thing that we can keep playing. You know, if there's not like a bunch, there's not like a ton more levels. Real Starlight, go ahead and confirm. I will say, like, with Marvel Snap, I probably have like an unhealthy relationship with it. I always feel like I'm trying to do quests. Even if I only have 2 of them, I'm like, okay, well, they're gonna refresh, and then it might fill up if I let it go for too long. I really should just relax and let it get to 6 quests and then knock them out like once a day, rather than being like, okay, now is a good time for Marvel Snap, and then a couple hours later being like, okay, let's play more Marvel Snap, and then a couple hours later being like, okay, gotta play Marvel Snap. It's 7 a.m. It's like it's breakfast time. We got a Marvel Snap. New quest got added overnight. And like at lunchtime being like, okay, time for more Marvel Snap. It's really good, but god damn it has me hooked. And you know, that can be it's debate it's hard to say if it's good or bad. I would recommend it. Yes. Definitely check out Marvel Snap if you know, like, if you liked Hearthstone, this is way better than Hearthstone, I'd say. And it definitely has the potential to be like, yeah, it's not gonna... It's not gonna, you know... I think I'm gonna play this a lot longer than I played Hearthstone, and I played Hearthstone for pretty long. But, you know... I want another card. Real Starlight. Someone, let me at Real Starlight. Real... Spell the Real Starlight. You are up. You're up, Real Starlight. Meanwhile, why don't I pull another card and talk about what's on it? I'll say I didn't have too many cards today. You know, I sort of blew my load on the last stream insofar as I had a lot of cards and talked about what's on them. But you know, there's some stuff that I was able to scrounge up to have like cards and things to talk about. Like did you see that tax forms were up? Okay. I'll admit I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel here. I got tax forms from Twitch for the first time, you know, because I became an affiliate last year, and well, there you go. I got some tax forms from them, also some tax forms from work, and yeah, I guess I could do my taxes right now if I really wanted to. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do that like in a month or two. I don't know. Fuck, I'm just gonna do it like right before it's legally required. But well, they're up, and I've saved them in my email. You know, I've put them in a special tag so I can find that email like a month from now. Gotta procrastinate when it comes to taxes. That's just how it works. Funny having income to report from Twitch. You know, just not that much, of course, but some. Quite unusual. And I guess I'll pay some taxes on that. Sure. That's fun. Not seeing Starlight. Let me go ahead and put us into very nearly but not quite sudden death. And let's give this a go. Starlight, if you are here, act fast, because if you don't act fast, we won't upgrade this to be the full, like, 15-minute thing. Okay. I see why the clear rate of this is low. Because it's full of annoying enemies. Also some challenges, but then again, also... Wah! Some stuff that's hard to foresee. Shit. Fell right on top of my head. Thank you for the level, Starlights. Wasn't able to get through it. Feel free to put that in again. You know how it is. That is quite the thing. Like LMAO, am I right? You are right, Starlights. Feel free to put that in again. You know, if you're here next time, we'll do the full 15. You know how it is. You know how we do. Next up, it's back to that super world, is it not? It is. Back to that super world. Let me just pull it up in the thing. This is the same from before, right? I'm not doing a wrong thing, just pulling up the light courses. Should be. Okay, very good. And yeah, it is. All right, let's go. I'm gonna put on a timer, but you know, right now there's no other level in front of you, so we'll just do as many of these as you know, as we can until such time as there's another level, you know, up for consideration, up for playing. Does that sound good, Seagull? It should, because I'm playing more of your levels. I could go play some of my levels, but nah. Y'all have seen those enough. I show them off pretty frequently. Good to have. Let's just do the super world. It seems pretty good, nice and traditional. Pretty easy, but you know, hey, we did take a hit there, so take it as it is. Did we get most of the way through this one? No, we didn't. We didn't get this far. Funny how much the super world is having like on-off stuff be like a core thing. You know, like hitting the on-off as you go. That's fun. On-offs are just really good, like really good fodder for a traditional, for any sort of level. And yeah, you can get a lot of variety out of them. Now I'm thinking in my head, on-offs. I could do on-offs in my next level. That'd be fun. My next level is a hybrid water level. And I'm wondering now in my head, I'm going like, could I use on-offs or something in there? Like, you definitely do like a good light. You could do like switching back and forth with on-offs or something. I don't know. A lot of possibilities there. Let's do this level. The Goomba, the Helmeted Fort. Wonder if this one's gonna have more on-offs. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Last time we changed to Luigi. Let me switch back to Mario. Next time I die, I'll be the other one. I should remember after I stop streaming to switch back so that the next stream we start off as Mario properly. I guess maybe that was easier when I was might end up lurking. Gotcha. Ooh, look at that. That was some pro moves. It's not pro moves. I think when I was doing more Mario Maker streams, I was also doing more making off stream, so it was easy to remember that shit. Maybe I should do a little bit of making at some point. You know, it's been ages, but it would maybe be a more natural stopping point for like a big break if I did like, you know, 7-4 and 7-5, you know, finished off the 7th world basically before, you know, taking a break until such time as Persona 5 is done. Would make sense. It's just that I don't know, I feel like I got the ideas yet. Nothing's come together. Ah! No. Nothing's come together quite yet, you know. Oh, this is a cool boss fight. Cool boss fight with a Goomba that goes back and forth, and you have to... You have to, like, you know, ride it one way or the other to get the stuff. And I guess it looks like it might be possible to get that herb beforehand. But only barely, if so. That's all fine. Again, thank you for the level. Thank you for the super world. I like it. That was a good one. Very, very nicely done boss. I really wonder, you know, the boss level is coming up in my super world. That one might be a challenge insofar as, like, yeah, I have to figure out how to make the Bowser boss fight fun and good, right? I have some ideas, but, you know, I haven't really figured out how they pan out, how they feel, how people like them.
Oh no!
That's a big part of the thing. How about I do another card? Thinking about finishing the Fire Emblem Three Houses DLC, maybe. Now that there's a new Fire Emblem out, part of me is just looking at that saying like, yeah, I never finished the DLC of the game I did really love, really like, really enjoy the hell out of. Why don't I go back and finish that rather than doing that? My initial plan when I played that back in the day was to do like finish the DLC and then to do another path, do like the Blue Knights, the Blue Lions or whatever they're called. But since I never finished the DLC, never got that opportunity to do so. So I would really like to go back and actually like finish off that DLC. But then again, I am doing Persona right now, and that game is kind of, you know, Fire Emblem Persona. So maybe not the best time for a replay. You know, maybe it'd be better if I thought of something that was different from Persona for when I'm off stream and not streaming, you know? It's a nice little bonus area. Not bad. Try to think of something that, like, complements it more, you know, in a contrasty manner. And also something that's maybe a little shorter, so I'm just like, you know... Really what I'm looking for in my off-stream time is something of a podcast game that I can play while I'm, like, watching YouTube or TV or whatever the fuck. You know, other than, like, Marvel Snap, of course. And, you know, I just finished doing Tinykin. I just... Before that, did the DLC for Breath of the Wild, which I had never finished before. And, you know, I just don't know what the next thing is. Having a thing to play in my free time makes a lot of sense, but I haven't quite figured out what that's gonna be. What that's gonna be yet. Maybe the Three Houses DLC. I don't know. Maybe that DLC is, like, simple enough where, you know, it's not really Persona-y. It's, more of a linear thing where you do mission, mission, mission. More similar to the current game they just put out. But also those levels are hard as hell. Maybe I should just turn it to easy or something and just steamroll through them or something. So I can get back to Blue Lions whenever I play the game again. Nice and proper. Weird thing about that game, just from, like, a structural perspective, right? Three houses, you know? The basic thing is that, like, oh, you know, at the end of the game, and I'm sure everyone knows this at this point, you have three houses and you choose one of them, and in the wars to come, you know, one house is going to be on one side, one house is going to be on the other side, and one house is going to be like a third party. And what that means is most of the characters you encounter, you might have to kill later. Except that most of them you're able to recruit. You'll probably be able to recruit most of them your first playthrough. And your second playthrough, forget about it. If you've already had one playthrough, it's actually easier to do on the second playthrough on New Game Plus. So odds are you will have everyone, and except for, like, the main like characters of each house. So there's just, like, you know, there's just, like, 3 characters that you meet and have to kill in tragic stuff, in tragic fashion in the last part of that game. Maybe I should play it where I don't recruit anyone, and just see what happens if you, like, you know, run into, like, see what that's like, you know, just having, like, oh, there's dozens of characters that I love who I'm gonna have to kill. I don't know. I don't know if that would be fun. Honestly, I probably wouldn't be able to stop myself from being like, I'd rather them not die. So I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm gonna save them. You know, I'm gonna bring them over to my side so they don't have to die. And I don't really like playing those games with permanent death either. So, you know, I guess that's just how I like to do things. I bet someone's out there doing that, like, playing those games and recruiting no one, letting people die where they die, and just, you know, fucking taking it a lot more seriously than I do. I guess the thing about taking it seriously, though, is that if you're taking it seriously, you probably want as few people as possible to die. So wouldn't you also want to recruit people? Maybe there are also people that are, like, taking it seriously and also role-playing as if you're not, like, a really, really, really good recruiter who can recruit, like, dozens of people to your side before the wars even started. This is a hard this is a reasonably hard traditional level. But, you know, now that I've figured out the patterns, I was able to get through it. Let me ask you something. Y'all watching. Here's another card. What are y'all playing right now? Since I'm looking for one, looking for, like, what games I should be playing, wouldn't mind hearing what y'all have been up to. What games, what games y'all are, you know, what the fuck? What? I'm confused about this one. Like that? That feels really weird. Mario Maker 2? Oh, well, that was obvious. That's an obvious answer to that question. Maybe I should just do some making or something, you know. You can't go wrong with a little bit of making. It's just that, you know, breaks are also important, which is what I'm currently on, other than these Friday streams. How you doing, slime-faced? How you doing? First time.
Mario #1! Woohoo!
Anyway, you're doing good. Fantastic. Not really sure, you know, with what other games I could play. Maybe I should look over at my Wii and Wii U games, my physical games over there, rather than just, like, looking through my Switch library on my Switch. You know, there's been so many Switch games, I feel like if I just look up and down the whole lineup, look up and down the, like, profile, look up and down my collection, like, we'll just, you know what, I'll put down the timer, considering. If I just go over here and look up and down my collection, I feel like I should be able to see a game I want to play, like, idly, right? Like, but I've tried this recently and been like, I don't know, I don't really feel like any of these right now. Like, what would it be? What would it be? There's Three Houses, like I said. I've been thinking about going back and finishing that. I never finished Luigi's Mansion 3. I do have Bug Fables. Yeah, I never finished that. Got stuck at one of the like mid-game dungeons. That's a game I really should go back to because, you know, it is kind of Paper Mario and I love Paper Mario, but I think in that game, the part where you don't get like upgrades, you know, like in Paper Mario, you get like a hammer and you get like boots, and that brings your power up by 1 and makes it feel like you got, ooh, you know, it's like you got a power spike basically. You got like a big upgrade and you feel really good. Whereas Bug Fables is a lot more flat and a lot more like, oh, we're here to challenge you, so you only get really minor upgrades, and that just doesn't feel as good to me. I gotta get some really meaningful shit. Meaningful new attacks. I never finished Age of Calamity. I found that in Hyrule Warriors, it was kind of fun to play, but also the levels were like 40 minutes long, and that was a little too long for me to do. Like, you know, I felt like I had to really invest, you know, I had to really like get in there and keep playing. Maybe I could play some more Get It Together just idly. That game was okay. WarioWare Get It Together. Remember that a few years ago? The Messenger was a really good platformer. Maybe I should replay The Messenger. That was pretty good. Pretty fun. I could replay The Messenger. That's not a bad idea. Super Mario Brothers. I guess it's meant to give you a challenge and not think about what you do instead of blindly fighting. That's fair, and I do think, like, in Paper Mario, there's a lot of places where, you know, fights can be challenging, and, you know, there's a lot of interesting math involved in making it go as fast as possible, but also a thing in Paper Mario, you have like a half dozen different partners that have different moves that can help you get through fights in different ways. Whereas in Bug Fables, you just have 3 guys and they always have the same attacks. Yeah, you know, I've looked through this list and been like, I don't know what I want to play. Nothing's really jumping out at me. Maybe I could, I'm sure there are games I deleted as well. I play some Animal Crossing, haven't checked in on my town for a while. Just pulled that up. I could pull that up and just like, and look like, and like, do a bunch of de-weeding and stuff. I also pulled up recently, I guess. I didn't mention this, but I pulled up Cluster Truck. That game's kind of fun. I want to replay Pikmin 3 Deluxe, but I think that might be good as like a stream game after I'm done with Persona 5. Oh yeah, I have Chicory. I booted that up and ran around for a second in there for a minute. Don't really feel like replaying that quite, but that game was very good. I think I can't remember if it made my top 10 the year it came out, but I think it might have in like the lower half of the list, like the back half. And I think the year it came out was pretty strong too, so it probably displays some real heavy hitters to get there. I say heavy hitters like medium. It displays some good games. It's better than some games. Anyway, I'm going to continue playing the Super World from Seagull on account of there's no other levels in the queue. If anyone wants to get in any levels, please, by all means, get one in, and I will switch to that one instead of this one. Meanwhile, I do have more cards. This one has something I believe that is related to that. No, that's not. Okay. I want to get back on track. Read Backlogged. Backlogged is like a site where you can review video games and like, have your collection and shit. And, well, my intention was last year to get all my games that I have on a list on Giant Bomb over to Backlogged, for being more future-proofed and shit. And also, I rewrite them usually when I'm pulling the reviews over. So that they're more up-to-date and more modern, up to my current standards of, well-written and shit. Well, I only got to, like, 2017, the games of 2017, last time I played, I was reviewing games on the regular, and I really need to get back in the habit of doing that. And I'll say, like, the other day, there was the layoffs over at Giant Bomb, and that makes me feel like, oh shit, I better get on that before the feature is goddamn deprecated or something. Like the list feature on Giant Bomb is deprecated, and those lists cease to exist. That would be really bad, considering I don't have, like, notes elsewhere about, what games I have, and, and, like, what I thought of them. Other than Giant Bomb and impartially backlogged at just this moment. Wait, how do you do this? Wouldn't this soft lock you if you got up in there? I guess just be careful and don't get soft locked. So yeah, I've been thinking I need to get back on that. It's just hard to get back into the swing of things. There was a time where, I would try to make sure every day to get in 5 reviews, pull it, look at each game, and be like, okay, what did I think? And then try to write up like a 500-word review, either pulling from previous reviews that I wrote, sometimes even like copying whole blocks of text and, like refashioning it to be like a new review, or, like a more review that is up to date and like more having to do with like how I feel about things now. Sometimes I would look at those old reviews and some points I would be like, either like too short. I'd be like, game's good, that's not a good review, I think. In other cases, I'd be like, I don't know if I'll be playing this anymore since now I have Hitman. And it's like, oh, hang on. We got 500 characters here. Do not make comparisons. I think my reviews should not make comparisons and say like things like, I'm playing Hitman now, so it's hard to say I'll get back to this. Like, well, that was 4 years ago, and I'm no longer playing Hitman, so it's no longer true, well, is it? Like, if I reviewed, like, a card game and said, like, well, I have Hearthstone, so I don't see myself playing more of this. that would, especially now that it's been like 5 years since the last time I touched Hearthstone, really. It would be now especially weird, and especially, like, untrue to say, like, oh yeah, I have Hearthstone. I don't anymore. Now and I'm not gonna say, like, oh, I have Marvel Snap now in the review. Instead, I would say something like, oh, it's not good. Or it's not grabbing me. Or, I think in those reviews, I've been trying to be more impartial, try to give, like, a perspective that's not, like, relative. Or, like, sounds like, huh. This is like a ghost house. This is like a traditional ass motherfucking ghost house. What are we doing? How do we get through then? Okay, so we can't get another P and go through the door because the P... We have to hit the P to go through the door. Is this a pit? Let's see if this is a pit. Yes, it's a pit.
Oh no!
Anyway, I want to get back into the habit of writing up those reviews. It's just that, that takes time, and I've been pretty busy. Then again, since I'm not doing Twitter anymore, I'm not reading Twitter anymore, since, they discontinued. They stopped supporting those apps. Twitter apps are no longer a thing. Because of that, I guess I do have a lot more time than I used to do. Maybe I should spend that, getting those backlogged reviews updated and backlogged. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Interesting using 2 doors there instead of 1 when you only have 4 doors in the subworld. Maybe there's a hidden block somewhere based on these background elements, perhaps? Wait. Felt like... For a second, I thought it looked like there was an invisible block or something that I was being stuck on. But now that That's ridiculous. That's not how invisible blocks work, so I don't know what the fuck. Unless it's like a bug thing, You know how some levels they exploit bugs to produce weird and unusual effects? But I don't think that's what's going on here, so, I need a P to get through there. Do you think it might be a matter of, like, going fast enough to, like, get through the pipe? Thank you for the follow. Slime Factor. Slime Faced, I'm sorry. Let me read better. I should read better. Sometimes the monitor is a little far away, you understand. And, it's hard to read the names. I try. Thank you. I have one that's, another card here that is, a little more related to the thing, I think, that was before that, which is, I've been thinking about finishing Halo Infinite. There's a game I never played, I never finished, sort of trailed off at a certain point when I realized, like, oh, most of the game is just the same thing over and over again, and it all looks the same. Never actually put in the time to finish it. God damn. Seems like there's not enough time to run and do the thing. And this door drops you off at the start, so you're not getting back in there. Unless there's a hidden block that lets you go up. And another hidden block that lets you stand on it. Wait, you have to kill... You have to defeat the boos as well? How do you do that? I just realized there's a clear condition. Jeez. You don't think that this is another room, right? What if this is a different room from the one we came in on? Nope, this is the same room. It's not like there's 2 copies of the room or something. And actually, come to think of it, you couldn't do that because you can only have 4 doors. So they're not doing like, oh, one of these doors leads somewhere else. What if I, like, go inside the doors? That refreshes the P block, right? But it doesn't really help me. Also, I guess it doesn't actually refresh the P block. Maybe you just have to be faster. Maybe you just have to be faster here. And you can't get, like, a second P block by going through the door or something. Going through here will get you another one. And there's only one of them, so you can't, like, get back into the door or something, take it from reverse. Also, I still don't know what there's P block over there. Oh shit, we figured it out, okay. There's a second P block over to the left. Still don't know how we're gonna kill those boos. Maybe there's like a place... Wait. Okay, but we'll be able to do this as such here. One. There we go. Go through here. Beautiful. Okay, okay. We got it. We got it. That's a pretty clever little scenario, just having it so that you had to do the P-switch and go backwards. Wouldn't have thought of that necessarily. Another door. 50s. Okay, it's a boss fight. Is it survival? Eh? Okay, whatever it is, we have to actually do the boss before we leave the room. Okay, we need to, I think, turn the on and off multiple times, and it'll be easiest when these boos are lined up properly. Otherwise, it'll be a little bit hard to do. The star is now in the right spot. Now we can do it. There we go, we killed enough of them.
Oh yeah, Mario time.
All right. Very good. Very good level. Like this super world that Seagull has put in. But I'll say again, if anyone has any levels they want me to play, exclamation point add. Now's a great time for that. In fact, you know what? It's been over an hour into this stream. You know what? Actually, it's time for then. You just finished a super world, so not in a super world. You know what it's time for, actually? Towards the end of every one of my streams, I do this thing right here. I do the lightning round. During the lightning round, I only have 5 tries to beat the level. 5 tries, refreshing at checkpoints. Was the other thing on the whole time? No, it wasn't. It was just, I don't think it was. During the lightning round, only have 5 tries to beat each level, refreshing at checkpoints, and you know, I'll say, like, currently we don't have any other levels in the queue, so if I lose and there's nothing else to do, I'll go do one of my own levels before returning to this. That'll be the stakes for this. should, you know, should there be no level else to go to. But 5 tries, refreshing at checkpoints, and 7 for subs, and also for the first level. And these can be the first level of the lightning round. And these can be multiple different kinds. Like, show you some of them. There's a bunch of ones that are Mario related, and at a lower frequency, you might see ones that aren't Mario related, like Donkey Kong ones, or Mega Man, or Sonic. Let's just go ahead and put up the thing and randomize it. Extra Mario. Okay, cool. That's all fine. Right, so we have 7 tries to get through this, and again, seeing as there's no other levels in queue right now, we'll do it so that, as a penalty, I'll do some making, let's say, okay? I'll do some making if I were to run out of the lives. Like I said, I haven't made in a while. That's kind of a neat way to use the Pokémon, by the way. Like, you know, treadmill them into a spot they can't escape from. That's neat. Makes for some neat gameplay, too. Because it's sort of, you know, pushing you towards them. It looks like in the second half there's going to be some like up and down treadmills. That's smart. A lot of really smart little design in this super world. I appreciate it. Have you ever heard of World Map Builder? No, I can't say that I have. What's World Map Builder? Is that like a application online where you make your own world map? You know, before you know, before they had like super worlds in the game itself. Right. Yeah, I've heard of that. I never actually put one together myself though. Or, you know, anything of the sort, which by the way, I do have a lot of traditional levels. If y'all like traditional levels, check out my super world. Make a lot of them. Make a lot of them. Though I haven't made in a minute on account of I've been on a little bit of a break, you know, getting a little bit refreshed by not playing and not making for a while, other than these here Friday streams.
Oh yeah, Mario time.
You have created one in the works, but it's playable. You mean you have like levels already and they're uploaded, but you don't have all the levels, so you don't have like the full map and the full everything. I gotcha, slime-faced. Oh, this is the same super world, so why don't I just keep the extra lives on for now until we... I'll say until we finish this world so long as we don't get any more levels. Again, I'll tell you, if anyone wants to get in a level, you will have priority, and we'll switch to it. But until such time, you jamming away on this super world that the Seagull put in. Been really fun super world. Very well put together. Every level seems to have like different ideas going on, which is, you know, what you want in a super world. It does have some interesting design like this, where in some cases where it seems like some power-ups are required to be used, like there. And I say used as in, you know, if you took a hit and lost them, you'd be kind of fucked. But, you know, it's all good. That bad. Alright, we got a little bit of an auto-scroller. Tell you what, I still have... Oh, I was talking about Halo Infinite. Never finished that game on account of it seemed very repetitive and stuff, but, you know, honestly, it could be a really good podcast game for me. You know, especially since I've been kind of looking for such games to play. You know, it's pretty fun, even if it is, like, repetitive and shit. Maybe just, like, having that one... I could just go back and finish it now, and that'd be fun. Did they add co-op to Halo Infinite? Like, you know, co-op you can play with people? That'd be fun maybe to do it with some folks, if that could be arranged. But I don't know. Probably not as an on-stream thing, for what it's worth, but maybe I could hang out with some folks and play some Halo Infinite. I don't know. That was a world record, apparently. Who knew? We're kind of one-shotting these levels after that ghost house. They've been pretty manageable. This is, of course, only the second world, so you think they would be, right? Let me do another card. These cards, if you didn't see the last one, these have things on them I want to discuss, and I prepare ahead of time. I started silencing unknown callers. Haven't done that in ages, and recently I've been getting more and more spammerous calls. And I googled why don't they make it so that you can just block those, and I found out, oh, you can't actually block all unknown callers. Really, ideally, I would like it so if I could just block spam risks specifically. Like, I don't need you to block everyone, but the ones you are specifically telling me on the iPhone screen are, yeah, these guys are no good. You're specifically telling me that. You already know they're bad, so what the fuck then? But, between silencing everyone, except for, contacts, and not silencing everyone, I'm going with silencing everyone. It's been pretty sick. There's been very few cases, it seems, where someone actually called that was an actual person. And where I would have missed anything. And of course, I guess if I was, like, looking for work or something. Oh yeah, you're right. Been a minute since the last time I lost a life. Thank you. If ever you see me forget to increment. Didn't we die here? No, I don't. I think we just took a damage here last time. If ever I forget, just remind me, because sometimes I'm talking, I lose my train of thought. I forget we're lightning round, and that can happen. Still, with traditional levels, typically you can usually like squeak through them, And checkpoints, of course, like I said earlier, they do refresh our tries. So we're now back up to 7. See? Not that bad. With a speedrun level or a, like a troll level or anything else of the sorts, it can be a lot more touch and go. But I'll tell you, during the lightning round, when I have done like a speedrun level in like a couple goes, or just, with just a couple of tries left, oh my god, that is such a good feeling. Okay, whatever, let's just run through. Nice, perfect, good, okay. So anyway, that's nice, that's convenient. If you've ever wondered, what the fuck, why are you showing me spam risk? You can't just get rid of them all, so you will have to get rid of more. I guess, if ever you're waiting for our call specifically, turn that off, but yeah, it's just so convenient to just put all those to voicemail automatically. I mean, why wouldn't you just do that? It's not like you need to hear from, Honda, the Honda dealership, and the one message I got since silencing calls was apparently Honda calling and being like, hey, we can buy your car if you want. If you, want to sell your car. Fuck. Okay, we gotta make sure to get there on the first lap. I guess by the second lap, the fire and the chain chomps are not exactly ideally timed. Oh shit, also we got we're now small, so one go here. Fuck.
Oh, no.
By the way, the heads, they disappear in like they go from upper They go in like a certain order, sort of around the bottom, and then the last bonus head is always the last one to go. That's why a lot of the bonus heads, they tend to be the weirder choices, you know, more out there choices. Whereas the first one is maybe a little bit more normal. Comparatively.
Oh no!
Jesus. And of course, teaching typing Mario Head is one of the last of the regular heads. You know, these heads, the tries left, the lightning round, all came up with it about a year ago. I don't know when, but it was sometime last January. I don't know, like, the particular date or anything. But it was sometime last January, and, yeah, you know, since that,
Oh no!
haven't looked back. They've been really good. Just a staple of, you know, every single Mario Maker stream. Every single viewer level stream, I should say. Adds a little bit of flavor to the proceedings, a little bit of danger, a little bit of risk reward, and, oh, it's just so good. Also keeps things moving as well when there's a lot of levels to get through, and, oh, I want to get to everyone for... Oh, fucked, aren't I?
Oh no!
Before the end. Should I? Wait. There's a mushroom in this room. I could also go backwards if I really wanted. Well, we know for next time there's a mushroom in this room. Don't go through the door going back. There's a guy. He just immediately hits you. Kind of messed up. Not what you want. That's not what you want. Yeah, if we had not gone down, we'd be in a bad spot. Three more blocks. We want to be following this one pretty closely. Oh, geez, that was close. Also, if we hadn't gone, we totally would have been dead meat. Okay, we gotta go. Next time. All right, shit. We had 2 tries left. Well, let's just take the safe way.
Oh yeah! Mario time!
That was close. Like I said, I'm gonna, you know, continue having these bonus heads for this world, since there isn't another level in the queue anyway. Oh, that was the end of the world. Nice. I guess I was confused because it wasn't like a thing. Are you ready for your non-super world? Absolutely. Get it in there. Let me hit complete. Get this one out of there. Thank you. Thank you, Seagull. I'm not sure if you're, you mentioned before you might be idling. You might be, idling and such. I am always ready, by the way, if anyone wants to add one while I am currently playing a level. Feel free to. In fact, I invite it. I like to have a queue full of levels to play. A link is going to be blocked. If you could just put in, like, your maker code, I'll, Oh, I see what you mean. It's a site, right? That does that stuff. If you have your maker code, I could just use that if that helps. I can't. It would take some setup to put like your site on the your like world map onto the screen, you know, onto the stream. And I also would have to get up on the couch. So if you could just do the maker code, that'll do you know. I understand we won't be seeing an actual map, but yeah. If they're in like a random order, I could pull it up on my phone if you want to DM me. But but if that's necessary. Also, let me get the bonus heads down. Like I said, bonus heads for subscribers and also for first submitter of the lightning round. I would love to see the Super World, the work in progress Super World, slime faced. Just get me something I can put in. If you want to put in like one code at a time, like one level of code at a time, that could also work. All right, we got a code from Slime Faced. Let's go ahead and do that. Either way, whether it's a level code or a maker code, either way is good with me. All right. I just said the idea of doing like one level at a time, so I bet it's the maker code. Again, that's good as well. X D P P G 1-1 Mushroom Plateau. Alright, so they'll be marked in such a way where we can just find the next one. Or you can submit them like one by one if you like. Either way. I'll say, you know what? Let me just, first off, let me ask, is this like, are you using every type of theme? Are you using like, or is this like a particular, like, is this like, oh, this is an interesting way to do a red coin challenge. This is very much like the green coins. Every theme, gotcha. I'll say this. This is a really good theme to use as your 1-1 because it's pretty generic, pretty basic, you know. These like platforms could be everywhere. They're not really like that indicative of Sky, but also you don't see it every day, and it's kind of unusual for a first level, for a 1-1, to be in this theme, so it stands out while also being very vanilla. I think that is that's a great choice for like the theme of your 1-1. I wonder what the subsequent levels are gonna be. If it's, are you using the same theme repeatedly? Is it like other Sky themes? And like in other styles as well. I say styles, you know what I mean, like other games, that is. I meant, is it going to be... Shit. I looked away and did a dumb thing. I meant, is it gonna be new you the whole time, or is it gonna be, a lot of, different things? For every Super World, it tends to vary, you know? Like, the first time I did a Super World, I had it so that every world was a single, game type, you know? Like, the first world would be, like, Super Mario Bros. 3, and the second world would be, Mario Bros. 1. Whereas my current Super World has a mix of all these game types, but, only one per world of each except for the boss level, which is a repeat. And overall, they'll be balanced, throughout the Super World. Slime Face is saying that, Super Mario Bros. U throughout. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, Mario
Pretty good
time.
1-1. I like having it, this, like I said, makes for a very good first impression. It's vanilla, which is what you want from a 1-1, but also it has enough flavor and, inspiration on account of, using using the thing, using the Sky theme, NSMBU. There we go, we have another level. Gonna bring that up, and that'll be at the bottom, for anyone watching the VOD, anyone watching along, you can play it as well. You know how it is, you know how we do. Let me see if I can just find it over here. Oh, maybe that's a Spike Tower. Okay, so you have like 4 levels right now in the Super World. This is it, right? Yes, that's right. 4 levels in the Super World, unless they're in like different profiles, I guess. And the rest to be determined. Gotcha. So you're just sort of starting the super world then, and you're sort of doing it in random order. Other than my 1-1, I did my super world so far in linear order, like, you know, one level after the next. The 1-1 I did end up doing. The only exception of that is I ended up doing 1-1 after I did the rest of the first world because I felt like it was pretty important, you know, and I wanted to get it right. So for 1-1, I ended up saving it to last. I also had a lot of inspiration for like 1-2 and holy shit. Holy shit.
Oh no!
You do levels when you get ideas for them? Gotcha. That's probably an easier way to do it than how I do. You know, like how I do is I tend to, you know, I do them in order and I usually have sophisticated plans for each level ahead of time. So as a result, when I'm, you know, I'm not always getting to levels when they're like, as a result, I can get to a level and not be in the mood to make it. Or like look at it and go like, okay, well I had these ideas, but none of them work, so what the fuck do I do now? Which, you know, I do think forces me to come up with answers rather than like holding off or, you know, just doing the levels that are like obvious or have easy solutions. Oh, yellow pipe. Well, that's a clever thing. I didn't realize the first time what was up, but figured it out the second time. I'll say your super world is pretty challenging from the jump. You know, this is 1-3, and yet it's pretty difficult. But I don't dislike that. I think it's, you know, I'm sort of like a rare edge case insofar as I have a hard limit of the number of lives I will use. You know, given it's the lightning round. But that's not a real thing. Outside of like this very specific case, isn't it?
Oh
Let me introduce you to the mechanical trio. How's this working? Do I have to kill all of them? Do I have to kill one of them? Do I have to kill like the guy up top? I could kill. The way these bombs work
oh no!
is you have to kill all three of them. Gotcha. The way the bombs work, making it a little difficult, what with their gravity. But we'll figure it out. Maybe I could drop the next one rather than no, letting it fall. This bomb I can get at least. Okay, got the first one and the most troublesome as well, so that is handy. Got them all. Wait. That's blocking the door.
Oh,
Fuck! The only reason there's low gravity because it's a side effect of wanting a dark airship theme. Gotcha. There's nothing up top, is there? Nah. Okay, here we go. Take 4? Thought it was take 3. Oh. Alas. God damn it. Okay, we're on our last life. Keep in mind, like I've said many a time, just because I cannot clear a level doesn't mean you can't resubmit it. even in the lightning round. Just means that we quit and do something else for a bit, or we move on to someone's level if there was another level in the queue to play. And again, anyone who wants to get one in, now is a great time. I like having plenty of levels to play. All right, we've basically done it. Just need now get this guy killed. Get out the fucking way. We can't do it while he's over. While that guy's over. Perfect, okay. We can't do it while he's over the door, or else he'd block entry to the door. Oh geez, that was close, but we did it. Refreshing our lives for the next one. And let me hit complete on you. If you have the next level, you know, go ahead and get it in so that, you know, or if you want to do a maker code, that's fine as well. I'm fine going on and playing all of your little levels here. Don't have one right now, so I'm gonna pull this to be minimized. Tell you what, I'm gonna play through my latest level that I put together like, oh, say, geez, it was several months ago, and the level has already gotten to 47 likes. Geez, these levels from a while ago really have stacked up in likes. You know, I haven't been playing in a while, and I haven't been looking, but, you know, sure enough, they've now come to stand up and, you know, measure up to the levels that came before them. Even the most recent one, which, again, end of November, so 2.5 months, basically. Wait, it's like... Geez, it's January 20th? It's January 20th? Geez, time flies. Is it? Yeah, it's January 20th. Man, I feel like it's earlier in the month than that. But I guess January has just been... Yeah. There are a lot of speedrun level. These levels are not speedrun levels, actually. These are traditional. They're standard themed. And I do have a lot of them, it's true. Let me show you one. I'll show you the latest one, which is called Meteor Meltdown. It takes place in a meteor secret base that has overheated and, you know, created a desert. And we'll play with regular lightning round rules as well. So this level, I wanted to do stuff with the hooks, you know, like the level image makes it look like a speedrun level. Well, you can play it as a speedrun level if you want, insofar as you can't. That's never happened before. What?
Oh, no.
I jumped in the thing and let me show you what it would look like as a speedrun level. You could totally just like you know, don't stop for nothing and just go at it at full speed and gun it and shit. Let me show you what it looks like, because I do like to pay attention to, like, you know, trying to make it fun either way, right?
Oh, no.
That's what it would look like. Hello? Maybe? I don't know, but hell, hi, says Nadrak. Hello, Nadrak. How you doing? Well, I'll do it one more time as if it was a speedrun. You know, if I was speedrunning it. You know, obviously it's my own level, so I can't actually set a time, but just to show you what that would look like. Whoops. Well, that's not as fast as it can be, but this part in particular right here, I like. Because it's challenging and hard to do, like, a proper, you know, like the fastest strategy. In other words. Get the thing there if you want. Checkpoint. And here, you need to go right then left to the door. And of course, you can play this level slow if you want. You can stop and smell the roses, you know, get every 30 coin. It's a traditional level. There's multiple ways you can approach it, fast or slow. We'll slow it down and
Oh,
fuck.
no.
I sometimes that happens. Unlike him, you play really good. Thank you. I've played this level many a time since it is, you know, like I said, my own level. I would recommend y'all check it out. Slimeface wants to see a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Absolutely, Slimefaced. I'll do that soon as I finish doing this. I like this bit as well. You know, I'll say I like my level a lot. My levels, I'm very proud of them. I should probably finish off World 7 before I take more of a break. You say do this level? Yes, I said do this level. You know, like finish this level. The level that I'm playing right now. There was a channel point redemption, you see. A channel point redemption is when on Twitch there is a you know, there's channel points, and I have a couple of you know, a couple of rewards set up that people can redeem for things such as solving Rubik's Cubes, you know, changing the character in Mario Maker, doing what I call a 7-life challenge, which, you know, I'll say right now, not really worth it considering there's not that many people in queue. You know, right now you could just, you can get your Super World played all at once without the 7-life challenge, but if it was busy, the 7-life challenge would be the way to do it, but also, you know, not during the lightning round. Also, there's like channel point incentives to play like Facelift from Mario Party for 30 minutes straight. So that's never been redeemed. Someday someone's gonna redeem that and make me play. Can you play one level from me? I can play as many levels from you as you want, though you're gonna have to wait until you know, Slimefaced has had his level, and you know, you get one at a time essentially. Just go ahead and put exclamation point add and then your level code. That's how it works. If you don't know how you know, viewer level streams tend to go. Thank you for the code. Look at that, we have 2. We also have a 3x3 solve. I'm gonna go over to the desk cam. I'm gonna go over and do that right quick. I forgot I didn't take the privacy cover off the desk cam before starting the stream. I've never not done that before. Huh. I'm gonna walk over and then I'm gonna do the thing when I'm there. Surprise! I'm over here now! That's right. And I got this. I have the document cam. That's too bright. Okay, first off, I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move the microphone so you can hear me while I'm facing that direction. 1 second here. Alright, that's good. Gonna move this camera as well. Alright, you can see the light in the background. That's the light that you know, lights my face when I'm at the couch. That is the main position, so it gets a bright light, so that I'm lit correctly, you know? Let me turn down the intensity of this so that you can see it good. That also makes it so it's a little darker over here, but you know, it's most important, I think, that you can see the cube well. Anyway, let's go. Okay, let's see. Make the white cross. Then you do the corners. There's one algorithm I started using and figured out to do something in the middle phase pretty recently, so I wonder if I'll have a chance to use that, if I can remember how to do it properly. Okay, this guy is just flipped over, so I can do the following. I do, turn that, 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 turn. Wait, is that right? No, I'm fucking up, aren't I? That didn't work. Okay, fuck. What was it? It wasn't this. It was... No, it was this. I turned back after it. Wait. I forgot what the fucking thing was. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, I know. I got a new thing, a new algorithm, and it's you know what? I should write down what it was so I don't fucking forget. What the fuck? What's wrong with this? Oh, there it goes. It's clearly didn't work. Okay, I've forgotten it already. I noticed something when I was messing around with it, and I was like, oh, that's a really neat pattern that I could probably use to do that faster than, you know, doing this thing twice. And, well, I've forgotten how to do it already. Well, what do you know? Maybe I should just stick to what I know and what is, like, muscle memory, rather than screwing around and trying to come up with, you know, new things to do. Even if it's faster, it's probably easier to just do the muscle memory and, you know, rather than just, rather than, you know, going outside my comfort zone. What the fuck? Did that wrong. There we go. Wait. How the fuck did I do that wrong? Okay, this one needs to do this, then do this. Maybe I'm tired, I don't know. I fucked up these algorithms a little bit too much this time. This one's correct. Wait, this one's correct, the other ones are wrong, so do this twice. I also know that sometimes, you know, in cases where you can do an algorithm 3 times in a row to return it to neutral, right? You could do the algorithm backwards, and that would be faster than doing it twice. But, well, don't have the muscle memory in me to do it backwards, you know? It's like, how, you know, I memorized how to do it, and I have it on muscle memory. GG. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I've got other cubes. I've done this one. Look at that. It's a 5x5. You ever seen one of these? Ned Drac. I also got this. Look at this. A 9x9. A 9x9, if you're wondering, will take me like an hour and a half minimum to do it. Basically every piece has to be like put into its place, like on every side, and then the edges have to be put together, and then you can solve it like a regular cube. Yeah, they're big. They make some big cubes. That looks like a nightmare. I tell you, it's kind of like it's like a thing that you can do while you're watching TV, and it's not that. You know, you would think that like a cube like this would be like an intense puzzle, but when you know all the algorithms, and it's kind of rote, it's kind of mechanical, it's kind of just like, oh yeah, I do this, and I do this, and then I do this, and then, you know, an hour later you're done it, and you're like, oh, I'm satisfied. I've never done that one on stream on account of it would be a whole stream of that. A thing to do while waiting for the next year? Well, if you don't know how to do it, then yeah, it would take you more than a minute, or more than a couple of minutes. Typically, I could do like one of these. Not one of these, actually, because I don't know the parity. There's like parity algorithms for like even number cubes, basically, and I don't know them all off the top of my head. For this, it would take me like maybe 10 minutes. Maybe 10 Maybe 10 minutes or so, I would say. Very nice. Thank you for the cube redemption. I'm gonna go back and let's play your levels. Also, let me put the camera back and the microphone back. Yep. I put it in its normal spot and facing... Whoops, accidentally muted it for a second. Hopefully y'all didn't notice. I'm not muted right now, of course. Okay. Let's go back to the couch and continue doing couch stuff, you know? Someone played the River Kicks HD. That's nice. I'm gonna go back to the couch. Hey, you know what? You are cool, so here's a little gift. Oh, thank you for the follow, Nidrak. I appreciate it. Much obliged. I'm gonna go back to the couch. Alright. Let's do these levels. It's 8 o'clock. We've been at it for 2 hours. Tell you what, Drak, Slime Face, you have 2 more levels, right? You have 2 more levels in your super world, also one speedrun level. How about we do the levels that are in queue, and then we'll close after we'll close the queue after Nadrak's level, and I will give you both, by the way, an opportunity to get in like 1 more level after this one. So we'll do upwards of 4 levels, assuming no one else comes in and puts in levels. Which, you know, again, I'm down for. So if anyone has any levels they want to get in, now is the time. It's last call. That's right. I do want more levels in queue. That is correct. Slime Faced is up. Slime Faced is here. By the way, y'all don't know, if y'all are new, you don't know how we do things here. As far as in the lightning round, I only have 5 tries to beat each level, refreshing at checkpoints, as you know. But if you're not here, I still play the level, but I do so in sudden death. Very nearly, but not quite sudden death, which is similar to the lightning round, except I only get 2 lives instead of 5. 2 lives instead of 5 if you're not here. So that's how we do things. It's a bit fun, and means I get to play more levels, and basically the levels of people who aren't here get turned into fun challenges. That sound good? Your level is a keep run, so you don't lose your life. So it's a hold right, you mean? Alright, here we go. Okay, so we just have this time the code, the maker code. You want to do the boss test, that right? Or do you want to do the ice run, 20 seconds? Let's do your test version of 2.5 for feedback, and we'll give you your feedback. And we have 5 tries. It's 4% clear rate. Oh, you're saying ice run? Hang on, I'll do that then. Yeah, we'll do the ice run. Hey, it's your call. I don't know if the ice run is part of the thing. You're saying never mind. You can do the boss. Okay, let's do the boss then. Is the ice run? Whoops! I didn't notice he had a hat. That's my first comment. Hat is a little hard to see, but you know, what can you do about that? That's just the game. It's not a part of the super world. Gotcha. Okay, this time we're not gonna jump on his fucking hat. Dang it! Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
Alright. So far, this seems pretty difficult, which I imagine you would expect. Imagine that's not a surprise. The trip back to the left is harder than the trip to the right. Ow. Like, going to the right seems to be harder than going to the left. Just because that's where he's more likely to be. It makes sense at the start because, you know, you want to go with the easiest side first. A little weird at this point. You know, like after here, especially. Like, oh, this is suddenly the easy part. Now. I do think it's neat that, fuck, you have the chance to, like, either get a hat or get a weapon. And you can either take a little risk-reward to either, you know, use it as a hat or use it as a weapon. According to, you know, how you want to... what chances you want to take. Jesus, that's difficult to deal with. I guess during that whole phase, you could definitely make some progress on the on-off as well, huh? Damn it. Lucky that, Also, huh. I noticed after the first... God damn it. Get out of the corner, man. After the first hit, you only have to do 2 for the hat to come back. And also, as a result, so long as it always goes to the left, it is going to be in the right spot, you know? It's going to be near where you are.
Oh, no!
A little bit inconvenient, though, like the way that it can fall onto the spikes. That is a little bit of a bummer. I gotta make sure to... Whoops! Wrong way. I gotta go over here first. You can hit Larry by jumping on him, but you need the helmet for don't get killed.
Oh,
To not get killed by the muncher. Shit, I looked away and I got killed. Thank you for the level. I hope that helped as far as feedback goes. My guess would be that you probably should try to make it a little bit nicer. I'm not sure, like, what sort of clear rate you're looking for the level overall. You know, this... Or you know, I will say it, you don't have, like, another boss level so far, so maybe this is sort of in the ballpark. But, you could, yeah, I guess, like, there are parts of it I think that are interesting, like the part where you can get, every time you get a shell, you have to make a choice as far as, like, using it for a weapon or using it for a hat. One thing you could do is you could consider is having it so that Larry is stationary and just, like, firing projectiles out and you know, from a stationary position, so that you don't have an option to jump on him. All you have to do is get the shell to actually hurt him. But there you go. Slimeface says wants the bosses to be a challenge instead of being a cakewalk like every other platformer. Gotcha. Okay, so you want it to be about this difficult then. Okay. Well, one other thing you could consider would be to add additional like, you know, in addition to the helmet, you could put in, like, dry bone shells. In fact, that might be that might not be a bad idea in general, because then you could jump over him, and if you got that down to the thing. But also, you know, if you dry bone shells, you cannot hold an item when you have one, so that wouldn't be as good as a the Shelmet relative. Yeah, okay. I think you're on the right track. Hopefully that helped, seeing me go through it. You know, whatever difficulty you're looking for, you know, go with God, I suppose. Okay, next one up. And again, like I said, after this next level, I will give everyone time to get in another level. And, you know, close the queue thereafter. Sound good? Sound good. That's what Negrak says, hope you liked it. Kinda like the bosses to be themed around the world, and, World 2 is sort of a steampunk wasteland. Okay. I think I got you. One other thing you could consider, just like for like feel, would be like adding. You can make it so that there's more space in the little nooks where you have to hit the on-off, or make it so that you jump instead of ground pound, perhaps. Multiple options there for you know, for that area going forward. Hope that helped. Icy Fall, run Y, short really cool level, 30% clear rate. I think we got this. I think we got this, y'all. I'm holding the buttons. And I gotta be Cape Mario. Okay, cool. I'm guessing that we'll have to fly at some point. Then. Is this an auto? I think this is an auto. Not a, you know, not like a speedrun level, you know, where you're having to hold right and jump at the right time. Just hold right. Just hold right. Nice work. That was nicely scripted. I liked how it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, that was like largely a vertical level going down. I like that. That sort of level is pretty uncommon to see. You know, pretty rare. And, you know, it gives it sort of a... gives it a little bit of novelty. Also, just like doing some cape stuff. That's cool. Thank you for the level. I'm hitting complete on that. And let me give y'all a minute to get in levels. Drak, if you want to get in one more, be my guest. Slimeface, you want to get in one more, be my guest as well. After this, we'll be closing the queue and then wrapping up shortly after, you know, once we finish off the levels that are in the queue, that is. What do you prefer, 1-1 or 1-4? Of a super world that you're working on? Or whichever one you want to put forward. I'd say like a 1-1. I'm always interested in 1-1s myself because I'm interested to see, like, that's usually like the first thing that you put, right? The first in a super world, 1-1 is the first level you play. So 1-1 has to be pretty fucking good to get you in the door. But at the same time, a 1-1, you know, is usually pretty vanilla. So, you know, I'm interested to see like how creators manage that. You're sorry for what's gonna happen. Yeah, I'm okay. I guess we're probably in store. We probably have a hard level in store for us. Before I do this, I'm gonna give y'all more time to get stuff in. I got a couple more cards here. If I haven't done these in a while, these are cards that have stuff on them I want to talk about, and I prepare ahead of time. So I have a couple more. Oh, just one more. Good, perfect. After I shout out to Voidburger. Voidburger, formerly of Giant Bomb. She is a streamer, and she just lost her job at GiantBomb.com yesterday. Shout out to her. I dropped a sub on her last night before doing my own Thursday night stream, which was, of course, Persona 5 Royale. I dropped the sub onto her, and, you know, I think she deserves it. She had, apparently people were telling me from that stream, she was, like, literally an hour behind on notifications because people kept dropping subs, like hundreds of them, over the course of, you know, that stream that she was doing. Incredible stuff. You know, let me do the official shout out thing. Just Voidburger, right? Not like numbers or anything. I think it's just Voidburger. Shout out to Voidburger. She's fantastic. You know, just lost her job, laid off in some some fucking surprise layoffs, terrible, terrible stuff. You know, she's great. Anyway, let's get to these last 2 levels. I'm gonna close the queue. I'm gonna hit next, and I'm gonna hit close queue. Close queue. First off is Slime Face, the last of your work in progress Super World levels. Let's go ahead and have a look. 2PG L8 BMGG. Skewer Skies 1-7. So this is from your first world. It says auto scroll there. Is that actually auto scroll, or did someone put that on your level as like a joke? I wonder. Let's find out. 5 tries on the board. Let's go. I bet we'll be able to do this. This won't be that hard. Alright. I feel like I'm gonna get a hit. I got hit by something I wasn't expecting, honestly. I thought I was gonna get hit by the skewer, but, you know, same difference, I suppose. By 1-7, it's gotten pretty challenging, huh? This is pretty harrowing. Ah!
Oh no!
You forgot to mention that the Super World is not using the Mario Maker. It's called Super Mario Flipside. Gotcha. My Super World also has a name. That, you know, I have this card. I don't think I pull it up. Do I still have this set up? Actually, how do I do that again? This? No. Wait, no, I think I do. There it is. There's the Super World card. It's called Mario Country. Waluigi's Triple Threats is the name of my Super World. I'm 33 levels in, and it's gonna be done sometime this year. Sometime this year. I say sometime this year. You know, haven't worked on it in a minute, but I'm sure I can get through the next 7 levels in this year. I'm pretty sure. Check it out. Very good, traditional, nice promo art. Thank you. I do a lot of art for this stream and the various like stuff. Like you look down at the about panels, that's all me. I put that together. You look at the emojis here. That's all me as well. It's fun to make stuff for a stream, it turns out, to put together stuff and get it working in OBS or, you know, in the case of emotes, just in Twitch itself, I guess. It's fun to make that shit. And I hope that, you know, subscribers appreciate the emotes. I hope that people looking at the about page, the about information, appreciate how nice all those panels look. People appreciate that stuff. And yeah, I'm really happy with that fucking logo. It's good. Waluigi's Triple Threat by fuck.
Oh no!
Waluigi's Triple Threat, by the way, is sort of a little bit of a. You changed your mind? You're gonna do a different level? Go ahead. You know, whatever you feel like. Yes, you can. Just go ahead and hit add, and then the new level, and it'll switch it out, even though the queue is closed. Waluigi's Triple Threat is sort of a, sort of a nod if you think about it. You know, like in the same way that when I originally did my Super World for the last game, I called it Mario's Conquest. You know, sort of a nod to Diddy Kong's Kong Quest. Or Diddy Kong's Quest? You know, like it sounds like a conquest, sort of. Fuck!
Oh no!
Diddy Kong's quest is sort of like Conquest, so Mario's Conquest. This one, though, is, let me explain. So, DKC2 is Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, and this is Waluigi's Triple Threat. You see how that is? It's a little bit of a... It's similar. Kind of self-explanatory, I suppose, even though I will explain it. Anyway. Also, I really like Waluigi, so, you know, naming the Super World after him. Finally, Waluigi gets his own game. That's gonna be my pitch. That's gonna be like what I try to, what I put in like the trailer when I make a trailer. Eventually, I'm gonna have to make a trailer for this. The trailer will be like, Waluigi finally gets his own game, and you know, I'll hope that Kotaku or something picks up on that. It's like, fan makes game for Waluigi. They did it for that guy who did Super Mario Bros. 6, so maybe they'll do it for me. I say Kotaku, I don't think actually Kotaku wrote one up on that. The Polygon did that, and Eurogamer. Still, I'll take either of those. I'll take Polygon, I'll take Eurogamer. Anyone wants to write up my Super World and say like, oh, finally, Waluigi has his new game, I would appreciate it if they took that on face value and just, you know, gave me a bunch of free promotion. That would be really rad. Waluigi is the most underrated Mario character. A lot of people like him. A lot of people love him. Whenever I play Mario Kart, I play Waluigi, and I always hope to see other Waluigis out there on the roads, you know? I'm surprised, actually. I mentioned Dan Reichert before earlier in the stream. He is also a big proponent, a big fan of Waluigi, and I played Mario Kart with him and his community, and I'll tell you, even like when Dan is streaming and we're all in the Mario Kart with him, which he's done maybe not recently, but before, me and him are the only Waluigis on the goddamn track, and I think that is a damn shame. I feel like there should be at least 3 Waluigis at any given time. At least 3 Waluigis. Thank you for the level. I think I'll put in the YouTube description. I write descriptions of all these VODs and put them up on YouTube as archives. I don't know if anyone really watches them, but hey, I'll do it. I'm gonna put in the description something like the correct number of Waluigis. Ruminate on the correct number of Waluigis. That sounds like a really good bit of text for the description. If you're watching the YouTube now and you saw that in the description, that's why. Did you already switch it out? Oh, let me explain. I'm gonna just do next, and let me open queue for you real fast, and just go ahead and add that in. What I was saying is, even if the queue is closed, you can hit !add, and it will switch it out for you, like automatically. You catch my drift? So go ahead and put that in there so that we can have it at the bottom. I'll start punching it in now. Oh, there we go. Next. No problem, I understand. And let me close the queue back up. Thank y'all for getting all these levels in there. It's been good. Nice, mellow Mario Maker viewer level stream. Used to be I did this twice a week. Nowadays, I'm doing it once a week since I'm going through Persona, and also because I'm, you know, sort of on what I would consider somewhat of a break from actually making Mario right now. So, once a week, I think is a good amount of time for Mario Maker. There was a time where I was like looking at this seriously and going like, maybe we could move down to 1 month. Choose one that's not a number. Okay, so Thwomp's Fast Castle, Koopa's Revenge, Legend of Zelda theme. Let's see Confusing Mansion. How about that? This one is 13 seconds. Maybe we can find like a longer one. Oh, choose the ones with a number. Okay, I thought you said don't choose. I don't know why I thought that. Sorry. I misread. Alright, Loop Hill, 14%. Let's see your 1-1. How about that? We'll do your 1-1. Don't worry, they're cool. Okay, cool. So I'm taking to mean that you put in something hard initially, and now you're putting in something normal. These levels are from the World of Despair, so you're sorry. Alright, well, we'll find out what that means. Bonus area, I guess, but the exit thereof. So far, not that bad. I'm not despairing quite yet. By the way, I'll say, end of the month here, I'm gonna do a... I'll say what I'm doing right now while we're doing this level. Right now, I've been doing a full playthrough of Persona 5 Royale. We're like in the 4th dungeon now. And that's been on Mondays and Thursdays at like 8 p.m. Central, on into the night, basically. That's been going real well. Hopefully y'all would like to see that loop. What? Come check that out. Fridays is going to continue being Mario Maker nights until such time as, well, I'll say, you know, maybe eventually Mario Maker will be on Mondays as well, but only after I finish, Persona, you see. Other than that, I do have some streams planned, like I have the Sticker Special, in which I will play one level of Sticker Star for every subscriber that I have at the end of January, and that will be a subathon style, so if anyone wants to get any subs during that stream, you know, that will extend it out and make me go for longer in a game that is, terrible. It's a bad game. And I'll tell you, we are... not sure what's the deal with all these pipes. They all lead places, but I'm not sure where. We'll see how many levels we end up playing. I'm not really sure. Oh, we looped... what? We looped around. Okay, so is this like a puzzle level where we gotta find, like, the ending? One of these pipes. Well, fuck. I will say, by the way, for the record, how the lightning round works is that if we get a timeout, if we die, if your level is the kind of level where you don't die from enemies, you die from a timeout, that does count as all your lives, basically. You know, if it's a 500-second timer or whatnot. That's how we have to deal with, like, you know, getting over it style levels, you know? Can't be helped. You got it. Okay, good. I hope I put that in the description of, like, you know, the about panel down there. That would be a thing that would be good to know, you know, a good thing that would be good to keep in mind. Loop. You can... hey, if you want to give a hint, I'm up for a hint. I'm up for, you know, I'm up for a hint or for other people watching to chip in, chime in with any ideas. I don't mind a little bit of collaboration. Insofar as, like, you know, y'all have ideas, like, where it may be. I guess the obvious thing is that this POW block is probably pretty important, since you get it, you get it after crossing the midway. Like, that's where the checkpoint is, so... up to you. I don't mind. Hey, it's your level. If you think it can only be done with a little bit of help, that's fine, you know? These pipes are, like, really close to each other. I wonder at which height don't we die in a pit? Are you saying that one of these pits has a false bottom? That almost makes it sound like if we fall down one of these pits, we could find the exit. Because it's an auto-scrolling. That turtle shell is going back and forth, so I think if there's not a turtle shell down there... If there's not a turtle shell down there, I think you'll be able to survive. Possibly. Because I heard turtle shell going back and forth. Oh, we should look at the level information? Let's do that real fast, just for the reference. Yeah, that's a good idea. And also, that was our second try. Wait, I already see pipe. What is happening here? I already see that pipe. I already saw that pipe, basically. So it's a pipe we've already seen. Level info? Oh, you mean looking in the more info, you mean? Oh, yeah, that would help. It looks like it's that does do it, yeah. And it looks like it's right after like a downward staircase, basically. Okay, given that, I think we can do it. This came after we got the checkpoint, so I don't think reactivating the checkpoint would refresh our lives, by the way, for what it's worth. But also, we're gonna get it in this try, so no worries. No worries, we got it. So yeah, it's right after a big long pit with a downward... with like a staircase going down, and it's to the left. Wait, was this the staircase? I thought it was later in the level than this. And sure enough, there's no pit here, so I guess there's multiple staircases in the level. Crap. Don't think it's this pit. That was not the staircase that it was behind. Over here. That was behind this staircase. Behind this staircase. It wasn't that one. It was the one. This one. That's the head. If you're wondering how I manage the heads, it is a lot of hotkeys, basically. And a lot of hotkeys doing multiple things, you know, like hiding the head, making a sound effect play, you know. I have it all rigged. It's the tiny one? The tiny one after the first staircase here? This one? Okay, yeah, it's that one. Hey, we finished. Thank you for the level. Yeah, I'm not sure how you were supposed to figure that one out, other than jumping in every pit. The clue was the pipe you've seen before. So I guess that means... Wait, but that one's not after a pipe. It's actually not nowhere near any pipes. So I guess it doesn't really have anything to do with pipes at all? Kinda confused about that, but whatever. Thank you for the level. This level is only the first level of your world. I guess the idea is that your super world is full of like incredibly annoying things, huh? and you're gonna make it so that every level is just a nightmare. Jeez, you're gonna see like 1 million people on level 1. Oh, is not every level is gonna be a nightmare? So far, no one's cleared most of your levels in your super world. Just the first one is annoying. Okay, maybe the rest of them are simply hard. Then, thank you for the level. I'm hitting complete, folks. Thanks for joining me. Let me do the minimal level tracker now that we're done here. Thanks for coming by, dropping your levels, giving me stuff to play. There's a lot of mellow stuff. Let me pull up the schedule now for future reference. You can see there on Mondays and Thursdays. I will be back on Monday at 8 p.m. Central for Persona 5 Royale, The Long Haul. We just got into the 4th Palace of that game, and we're having a great time. That game is fantastic. I'll be back Mondays and Thursdays for that, and I'll be back doing Mario Maker next week as well on Friday, as usual. Friday evening viewer levels, how we do. Let me see who's online, and I'll do a little bit of a stream. Oh, I know who we're streaming. What is the long haul? That is just my way of saying that I am finishing the whole game. You know, I'm in it for the long haul. Persona 5 Royale is an extremely long game. It is 140 hours long, and I'm finishing it. I'm in for the long haul, and I'm currently like 40 hours in, having started it last month. So we're making some good progress. We're getting it done. Let me see. I'm gonna send you over to Team Kayla, who is having a birthday stream. She just turned 30. Team Kayla. She is also a very cool streamer, and you know, she's. Did I misspell Team Kayla? Oh, I meet Team Kaylee. Raid. Team Kayla. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna send y'all over to Team Kayla. She's doing a big birthday stream. If you were to donate $10 to her, you can get your name written on a creepy mannequin right now. And she's got a bunch of other weird birthday gimmicks planned, I bet, for tonight. It's probably gonna be a wild night. I'm probably gonna watch along with that myself tonight. Gonna be a bit of fun. She is also very cool and has done a bunch of raids on me in the past. Some of my biggest streams, you know, my highest viewership has come from streams where she has brought the folks over here, and I appreciate the hell out of that. I'm gonna send you over there. Good night, folks. Y'all have a good one. I will see you on Monday for Persona, and I'll be back Monday, Thursday for Persona. And I will be back as well if you just want viewer levels. That'll be next Friday. Persona Monday. Our viewer levels Friday. Bye, folks!